Yeah, baby. We're back. Welcome to another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian Licata. Once again, you know who we are. I'm Gary G. Garcia, along with my partner, Misinformation, Brian T. Licata. Got his Rated G going. Got the
What up, G?
Chilling. I'm llamaed out today. I got my llama. Got my llamas in the background, and I'm rocking the new shirt that my daughter just got.
Yo.
Rocking the Joe Cool llama.
Let me see that again. Yeah. Let me see that again. So it's Joe Cool Llama. That's hysterical. Oh man.
My daughter knows how to get shirts, man. She always gets the craziest shirts. Big up to my daughter who just landed in Florida safely.
Oh, okay.
With her husband. And I also want to give a Rated G shout out to my son-in-law, Kyle, whose birthday is today, another fellow Gemini like myself. Big up to all my Gemini birthdays out there, man. My brother's birthday was yesterday. Big up to you.
Your Sunday, right?
Mine is Sunday, God willing. I haven't got there yet. But God willing, man, this Sunday, a couple of more days, I'll turn 53. You know, who would have thought?
Not I, said the cat. Not I.
I didn't even try.
You look great though. You wearing a watch? I don't know if I ever see you wear a watch. Do you wear watches frequently? Is that new?
Nah, my daughter just got me. My daughter and Kyle picked this up for me for Father's Day.
Very nice.
Dope little Seiko.
It looks good on you.
Oh, it looks great on me, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks good on you.
I'm loving it, man. Big up to them, man. They always take good care of me, man. I don't deserve such loving people in my family.
You don't. No, that's true. You definitely don't.
I'm feeling fucking good today. All right, traveling runners on with us, man. Peace, my brothers from other mothers. What's the good word? Got in early today. Yes, you did. I think you're the first one, man. Don't jinx me. Traveling runner, don't jinx me, man. I haven't gotten there yet. Thank you, man. I'm actually really liking it a lot. I just got it. I got it sized up because it was a little, my wrist a little.
Right. Get the links taken out.
Yeah, I had to get like 4 links taken out.
Yeah, I was always like that, dude. Anytime I got a watch, it was just like shrink.
Who has wrists that big, man? Who's rocking wrists that
big?
Big?
Real men, G, not us. Real men.
Well, if that's the case, they don't need to make them anymore. They don't need to make them that big anymore.
Yeah.
Where have all the real men gone? I'm feeling good, man. You had me just now. I was lighting up this cigarette. You had me looking for pyramids on my box.
Oh.
From that thing you sent me where smoking cigarettes is kind of sacrificing. It's like in the rituals, and they said how all the boxes have pyramids on them.
I sent you this?
Yeah, you sent it to me yesterday. And now I'm looking at my Newports and I'm like, Newports are safe. No pyramids. And this is also a good box because it says cigarette smoke. Oh no, this one's bad. This one says cigarette smoke contains carbon monoxide. I needed to get the pack that said it only affects pregnant women. That's the safe box. I always look at the warning. If it says, can cause problems in birth, then I go, that's the safe box for men.
That's the one you want, right?
That's the one I want. Yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to, did I send this to you on Instagram?
Yeah, it was the second to last one. You just sent me one today, and then it's the one before that.
No, I sent you a Beyonce thing, the Titanic.
Dude,
are you sure I sent you the cigarettes thing?
I'm positive. I just watched it, man. I like when you question me as if I'm wrong, and I always wind up being right, but it's okay. It's under your Brian T. Licata one, and it's right after the end is nigh. It's the connection with smoking and human sacrifice.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, see? Ding, ding, ding. I was right. If we're keeping the counter, you questioned me once today. But it was saying how all the cigarette packs got like fucking pyramids on it.
Oh yeah, here we go. I want to pull it up.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with it, but
Cigarette make you a participant in modern human sacrifice today? Well, to answer that question, we got to go way back to the beginning of America. See, we were told America was named after a guy's first name. How many places are named after a guy's first name? Not very many. But Amerigo Vespucci supposedly named America after his first name. The interesting thing was that Amerigo Vespucci was a map maker, and he was naming areas on the map based on the information that was given to him. See, America,
A lot of peckers in that picture.
America, named after the god that was worshipped in America. His name is Amaru. Amaru Quetzalcoatl.
Amaru.
It's the same being.
See, I've heard that the Quetzalcoatl has been like the South American god that looks like the same thing for forever. You know,
it's the Incan word for feathered serpent, the plumed serpent, or the dragon. And Ka is the Incan word for land. Amaru Ka means the land of the feathered serpent or the land of the dragon. Now, who else is called the dragon? Oh yeah, Satan in the Bible. That serpent of old, the dragon.
And the great dragon was thrown down, that ancient serpent who was called the devil and Satan, the deceiver of the whole world. Revelations.
Dragon, yeah. So America, Amaruka. So yes, America literally means the land of the dragon or the land of Satan. America was already named America. Now, let's talk about who exactly Amaru is, because he's at the bottom of the Incan temples or the Mayan temples. That serpent you see at the bottom of the temples where they were performing human sacrifices, and the blood would drain down the temples, and they would sacrifice people to the gods to gain understanding.
This is exactly what they did,
the
bro.
Aztec people
It's
got
fucking crazy, dog.
Sacrificing humans.
It looks brutal.
Secret.
It was brutal, bro. They would sacrifice thousands of people, dog. Blood,
I love when people try to use
down the pyramids.
I love when people try to use like old like
young
tribes
men
and shit as examples, and you're like, they used to eat babies. Motherfuckers used to like fucking just destroy people, rip them apart, all kinds.
Because they didn't have a good harvest, Gary, you know, because their beans and their corn didn't grow that great that year because the sun wasn't strong.
So you sacrifice a couple of bodies and boom. Now you got fucking apples.
Now, see, I remember why I didn't remember this video, because I didn't watch it to the end because it's really fucking long.
Yeah, but go ahead, continue. It's not that long. Continue.
It's long for an Instagram reel. It's really long.
Yes, it is long for an Instagram reel. I mean, I don't know how on point this is. Of course, we're just sharing it, but
everything that he's saying about Quetzalcoatl and like the god, that part, at least with the historical part, is mostly accurate.
Information. You know, there's another name for those pyramids or step pyramids. We also call them ziggurats.
Ziggurat, yes. Yeah. Ziggurat.
So ziggurats,
that's what they called them before.
Are the same thing. They were pinpoints of where individuals made offerings to the gods or human sacrifice to gain information. Now, ziggurat sounds a whole lot like cigarette, doesn't it? Cigarette. Wow, doesn't that sound familiar? I mean, supposedly the word cigarette came from cigarette, but surely smoking a cigarette couldn't be the same thing as paying homage to a pyramid or a ziggurat.
Looks like little.
Or could it be? Let's just look at a few brands. Here we've got Pyramid. Well, that's pretty bold right there. Kingston. Wait, is that a pyramid pointing out at us? Oh, sure is. Kingston again, another pyramid black. Oh, triangle, because that's pyramid. Parliament, pyramid, and a pyramid. Skull, which is the skulls that we find at the bottom of the base of the pyramid. Corso, triangle, pyramid. Misty is actually where we get the word mystic, which is also the high priest that ran the pyramids. Cool is actually where you get the ancient word for ghoul. It's a derivation for the word ghoul. Petra was an area where it was next to some pyramids, but also pyramids on the back there. Salem is also a connected derivation from Jerusalem. Okay. And camel, it's not about the camel. It's about the pyramids in the background. Pyramid.
I mean,
the camel itself is the pyramid.
Oh, he's got a little bit of
pyramid. And then suddenly you see that old Marlboro logo and you recognize why they emphasize the A there. And then, wait a minute, does the Marlboro logo, you thought that was a chevron on the top there, but it's actually the inverted sky to reveal the pyramid. The pyramid. the pyramid. You
And then
see
it
the
gets
pyramid,
deeper. Look
and
at this
even
one.
on some of the packages, you actually remove the top of the pyramid. The top of the pyramid that you remove, the top of the dollar bill, the pyramid that was removed, right? Because you essentially are becoming the offering. And you also don't know what is actually in the cigarettes that you're burning, let alone the chemicals or where they got them from.
True.
Now, let's talk
Well,
about
we also
Lucky
don't know what's in the
Strike.
cocaine. So, you know, now, see, I smoke Newport. No pyramids.
Oh, hold that pack up real quick. Let me see that pack again.
An upside down Nike swoosh, which probably fucking. I'm looking. I don't see no pyramids other than like here, like on the side.
But Newports were always the most dangerous one.
Nah, that's what they tell us because they're actually the safest ones. If they're telling you they're the most dangerous, yes. If they're telling you they're the most dangerous, that's because they're the safest.
I don't know, dude. I've smoked.
Not necessarily this pack. This pack contains carbon monoxide.
Yeah, Newports are safe. That's what we're saying on the show.
Yeah, dude. Newports are safe, man. Big up to all my Newport smokers. You know, these are the godly cigarettes.
Fake.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, dude, the thing that I'm on right now, the belief system that I'm currently holding strong to is that they're lying about all of it, dog. Absolutely all of it. The U.S. government, the Vatican, the Roman Catholic Church, bro. They've been lying to us about everything.
Oh,
right?
Don't hurt him, Hammer.
I honestly, bro, I honestly think that the only true history that we know is in the last 100 years, bro. For real, the last 100 years. Anything before 100 years ago, dude, we've absolutely no idea if what they're saying is right or wrong. Zero, dog. Zero.
I'd say the only real history is the history you know of your own. I got 53 years of history that I know for a fact is my history.
Yeah.
After that, I really don't know anymore. It gets a little crazy, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now anything goes. Anything goes now. We're not alone. We got aliens.
You think that was proof?
They've been saying it for years, and I don't know why this new guy that just came out. What's his name? The new guy,
Grusch. David Grusch.
I don't know why they're believing him more than they ever believed anybody else.
Well, the government came out and said that what he was saying was false.
Well, but people are believing this guy,
right?
You know,
people,
of course,
the
government's going to say it's false. Now, I watched this thing with Mark, who I want to get on the show because Mark, Mark's the brother who says he sees more. That's my dog, but he says he sees more proof of aliens than of God. Every time he says that, I die laughing. So I want to get him on the show to talk about it. But we were watching this thing the other day. It was like some crazy panel shit, and it was all the people that have come out, all the like whistleblowers who have come out throughout the years. And apparently, like, we're talking back in the even like before the 50s, they were seeing aliens.
Yeah. The 50s and 60s is when it really turned up. But dude, there's a lot of like.
Well, they claim in the 60s is when we signed the pact with them.
That was in the late 50s. The Antarctica agreement. Yeah, the Antarctica Treaty.
Somewhere in the late 50s, we signed the pact with
Nazis.
Nazis.
The Nazis. Kick some Nazi ass.
But what's crazy is what they were showing was how the government's been finding these ships, right? They've been finding these spaceships and they've been recreating them. What do they call that?
Reverse engineering.
Reverse engineering. And they were showing, now of course they don't got pictures. That's the thing. They don't got actual pictures. They have drawings, you know what I'm saying, of the objects of these things. And they were showing how we've been, what do they call that? Reverse engineering?
Reverse engineering, yeah, or back engineering or whatever. Yeah. So basically, they find a crashed object. They know it's not from this Earth. They don't know what the fuck it is, and they try to build it. And there's actually a really good podcast Rogan did with this guy, Bob Lazar. And Bob Lazar was one of the guys that they had who was reverse engineering.
He was on this thing. He was on this panel that I was watching.
Yeah. Okay.
They were all talking about it. So they're showing them, and they're showing that like the ships that they claim to be from aliens are very smooth.
Right.
Nothing comes out of them. They're very smooth. There's no way to tell how they're propelled. and everything is smooth. Everything is like very fine. You can't even tell where the pieces end and begin.
Right.
And then they show how we reverse engineer it, where it looks like that ship, but you can see cords and stuff coming out of it.
Yeah,
you
metal
can see
rivets.
You can see, and it's a little more choppy. You can see the pieces, how the pieces connect. It's not just smooth, but it looks like that ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which brings me back now. You know, we like to talk conspiracies. Let's talk the alien conspiracy. Could it be possible, right? Because this dude, they asked him if the aliens were friendly, and he said, "Well, obviously they are, because we've been dealing with them for all these years." Right now, if aliens are real, now I'm talking like if this is all like just ifs, right? Because, you know, I don't know, but why would they lie?
Why would who lie?
Why would this dude Grusch or Grish, whatever? Why would he lie? What does he get out of lying? Ruined
publicity. Yeah,
but it's not publicity that makes you anything good. Like even that other dude you mentioned, he was talking about, you know,
the Bob Lazar guy had and Bob Lazar was the first guy that I was really like, dude. And because you can listen to it in the 3 hours he's talking to Rogan, bro, you can hear the pain and the despair that this dude's life has become because of this, you know?
Exactly. As everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? As everybody else's. Nobody gets anything good out of saying they saw aliens. And now you're looking at these top officials coming out saying that they saw aliens. What do they get from it?
Well, the thing with this guy too, bro, is he like, and the part that bothers me about this Grusch guy is it's like, so he's a high up, he's been labeled as a high up Air Force intelligence officer.
Yeah.
Right. What the fuck does that mean, dog?
That means exactly what he said. And here's the thing. Well, they mentioned where he worked. I just don't.
Oh, dude, it's all these 3-letter words, bro. But
here's the thing.
Fucking jack shit, bro. It's like you might as well be in the CIA. Lockheed or wherever the fuck.
But dude, these are those people that they go, we don't exist. Okay, we don't exist. Okay, Men in Black shit. Okay,
but it's also like in this it's just hard sometimes because it's like, you know, they could be making that up also. You know what I mean? Like that could be the plan.
Here's the question. He gets a Rogan interview. Yeah, but the truth of the matter is he gets a hey Ciro, what's up? He gets a Rogan interview, but it doesn't give him, like, you know, it makes him look like a fool. Most people don't believe him. Most people wind up, you know, mocking him and all that shit. They don't get nothing good out of it.
That Bob Lazar guy got a lot of traction at a Rogan show.
Yes,
he did, bro. He did. Yeah, they're like that was.
I know, but what I'm saying is, dude, you're saying that this dude gave up his career in the government, because one thing that nobody argues is that these people were high up in the government. No one's turning around going, that dude was not even in the government. He was not high up in the government.
Dude,
they all agree on all of them,
right?
That they are the people they claim to be.
That much. The news does. The news does, dog. I'm not saying I'm buying it.
The news does. The news does. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to debunk this dude, they could easily go, this dude was never in the CIA. This dude was never part of this program. We don't even know what this shit is. He was never even in the government. And how would we know? We wouldn't know. But they're not doing that. They're just debunking what he says, fighting what he says. Now, let's say what he's saying is real. We have aliens, right?
These headlines have been crazy. Resulted from this.
But listen, stay with me, man. Be present.
I'm with you.
All right. So we got these aliens, right? Now, supposedly we met them back in the late 50s, early 60s, where we finally made contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they've been amongst us through all these years, which would make sense now when you talk about reptilians, right? Now that makes reptilians go, oh, okay, if there's aliens, now we know who these fucking reptilians are, right? So they've been amongst us. Are they friendly? Well, obviously, if they've been amongst us through all these years, to some extent, even though they're working with the government, so how friendly are they? But to some extent, they're not here attacking the world.
Okay.
All right. They're not destroying the world. They're here working amongst the government rats that we got.
I mean, or they're the ones controlling all
they're the ones controlling it all or whatever. They're always smart, and no one ever stops to think maybe they're very intelligent, but just like very intelligent people, they don't have a lot of common sense. Like we don't know, you know.
It's a good bit,
and maybe America's pulling another Thanksgiving. Maybe they're pulling another pilgrim. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Listen to what I'm saying now, okay? All my 5 listeners, as I corrupt your brains, okay? So now we just explained, if there's aliens, we explained the reptilians, obviously. Are they friendly? Obviously, to some extent, they're not just killing us all, okay? But what have we been groomed to believe about aliens? All our lives. What have we been groomed to believe? I think they're using my Wi-Fi and slowing it down at night. Mine too. King handles, mine too. But listen, to help you out, because you seemed a little stunned, we've been groomed to believe that aliens are out to get us, that they're going to take over the world, that that's what they want to do. Every movie.
Yeah, War of the Worlds.
Every single thing.
Yeah. H.G.
Has
Wells,
always
War of the
been,
Worlds.
always has them fucking coming to attack us, right? So now we're groomed to be afraid of the aliens the same way we were groomed to hate the French, right? You know, why do I think the French suck? I don't know. I don't even know French people, but but I was always taught, fuck the French, right? As Americans, we were always taught, fuck the French, right? Don't even know why, but that's how I was groomed, right? So now we're groomed to be afraid of these aliens to an extent, right?
Okay.
Now, a couple of people who came out and blew whistles before, they said that one of the big plans that the government was looking to do was a fake fucking attack of aliens.
Right.
And that they were looking at like holograms to put over regular fucking
people have spoke about
jets.
The second coming of Jesus being like that too. Is that it was going to be like a fake alien invasion and they were going to try to something involved in all that.
When Jesus comes, we'll know, because the rapture will be there. So when motherfuckers are flying in planes and and they got a deep hardcore Christian as a pilot and he's gone, and now your plane is just going straight on autopilot, then you'll know. There'll be signs that you'll know. You understand what I'm saying? That go beyond whatever they're talking about with attacks. But getting back on this, right? So we've been groomed to be afraid of them. Now, these dudes are coming out saying that they're making these ships, replicas of these ships. So who's to say that they're not going to take the replicas of these ships, attack our own people, and now we're going to be like, yo, against the aliens, all the fucking reptilian aliens going to be like, what the fuck, dog? What happened? We've been working with, what the fuck? And, and now we're at war with them, but it was actually us who started the war.
Dude, I mean,
we pilgrimed them. We pilgrimed them, man.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You mayflowered them.
Although they're very intelligent.
Christopher Columbus is back.
Exactly. Although they're very intelligent, they lack the common sense and street savvy to make it like in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like they would get taken at 3-card money. They would get taken at they get robbed and buy fake weed and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't make it in the streets because they're so fucking intelligent.
They lack that common sense. Yeah,
exactly.
Like that, right?
Because
they
they're always more intelligent. They're always more intelligent. It can't be that they just stumbled onto us the way we supposedly stumbled onto other shit.
The other thought that I've had is that they'll use an alien invasion or something like this in the same way that they use something like the
V.
Well, not the V.
But
the CV, the actual illness. Yeah, the actual illness.
I was saying V is virus.
They'll put the fear in us that something is happening when it's not. So then we need them for something. We need them for protection against. Yeah,
of course, dude.
That's what I think is the most likely scenario, bro. Unless I see one of these fuckers coming down into here, and I'm looking, bro. I'm telling you, dog. I've been looking. I've been looking for you. I'm begging to see a UFO, dog.
You're a stargazer.
Yeah,
you're up there looking, dude.
I'm begging for one, man. I'm not
there you go, man. That's what they do. You know. And here's the thing, that's always been a saying, right? What if that was the actual first words?
What, take me to your leader?
And that's how it became like through all the movies. Take me to your leader.
Oh, what? That was like the first thing.
That was actually the first thing they said to him, actually.
Bro.
But they actually did say, take me to your leader.
If I've learned anything from you, it's that art imitates life and not the other way around.
That's right, baby.
And
he's right.
Honestly, bro, I think we got to put that on a mug or something. That's it's a very profound quote.
Michelle would say we have to put it on a T-shirt.
Put it on a T-shirt.
She says she don't get mugs, man. She wants us to do t-shirts, man. But I'm just saying, dog, I wouldn't be surprised we get an alien invasion, you know, and it's not even the aliens. And the aliens are gonna be like, yo, dude, how you gonna play us like that? You know, because they always make them smarter. That's like yesterday I was talking to Ray and Petey, right? And they were talking about how like the first, like we know about the first, as long as they leave the BBL woman alone, we're good. You know what's fucked up about aliens is that for men, aliens are always hot. I'll take a 3-titty alien, dude. You know, even the ones that have like the alien heads, they always have dope bodies. But for women, aliens suck. You don't see no like male aliens that look good to women. They always got butt heads. They always got like these butt heads.
And there's 3 long fingers.
They always got long fingers. They're always very. I can only guess they don't have big dicks if they have dicks at all. You know, but yet the dudes, that's what makes me think that men created aliens, that they're not real and men created them. Because when you look at the female aliens, they're usually fucking hot. I'd fuck pretty much all the, I mean, Captain Kirk was out there fucking mad aliens. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the women don't get nothing out of it, man. It's fucked up. There's no real hot male aliens. You know, you're not going to see no male aliens on a pinup. But you could do like a calendar of like, female aliens. When you always look at them, they're hot. Even if they got like 2 horns, fucking, the ones with the 2 coming out the sides, they still got nice boobs and shit. You know, they still got nice bodies.
They usually do. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Almost always.
Yeah.
What were you saying before that though?
Oh, so we were talking, because this is what I mean when I say, like, with you too, like, oh, they found it 30 million years ago. They found it, and it's always so long ago. They can't go, yo, we found this thing. We think it was made a couple of years ago. Never. It's always, and it's never from the future either. It's always just from way back in the past, right? So
it's never from the future. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
We've never found something from the future.
Nobody's ever claimed it was from the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing like that. But yeah, aliens are so intelligent. They're not going through time. You don't think they're traveling through time? Now listen, I know I sound ignorant. If he held up his mug, you'll see it's my ignorance that makes me adorable. But listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Just for a second. For a second. So we were talking, me, Petey, and
Ray,
right, over in the AC Comedians. And they were talking about how, like, they figured out that man actually had care for other men outside themselves. In other words, that they didn't just care about themselves, but there was a community aspect. And they said they figured that out by finding the first.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They're saying that they figured out like that man and woman cared about community outside of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not just caring
like
about
millions
themselves.
Of years ago.
Oh, it's always millions of years ago, right? So they found supposedly the first bones, right? The first bones that had a broken femur. Supposedly, you could look it up. I guess it had a broken femur, and they saw that it was repaired, which led them to say that the society that this man was in, or the tribe that this man was in, because it was always, groups of people, right? That they cared more about this dude than themselves, because they repaired his leg. They saw a value to him outside of just what he could do for them, because they repaired his leg and they didn't just let him die.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I said, well, I mean, that's what they say. Why do they always say it that way? How about that dude broke his fucking leg and he said to himself, holy shit, if I go back to the tribe like this, I'm fucked. So he found a way to repair himself like Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He tied some shit around his leg like Rambo, and then went limping back to his fucking tribe. And they were all like, oh shit, dog, what's up with your leg? Oh, no, I'm good. Don't worry about my leg. I don't know, man. It doesn't look like you're gonna be able to hunt on that thing anymore. Nah, I got this, dog. What do you want me? What do you want me to kill? I'll go do it. And he's out there limping. Maybe he was the first fucking doctor. Maybe the tribe didn't give a fuck about him. He knew if he went back to that tribe with a fucked up femur, he was done. So he found a couple of leaves or twines and shit, fixed that shit up on his own like Rambo, and then played it off in front of everybody else for the next fucking 6 months before it healed. And then he shared that information with the next dude who got like fucked up. You know, he said, yo, check this out, dog. Don't go back to the tribe like that. You know what I'm saying? How do we know the tribe said, oh, look, he fucked up his leg.
Dude,
let's save this guy. They were probably like, yo, dude, get up or get out. And he tied his shit up and got up. Yeah. Because he didn't want to be food for everybody else. Because they would probably sacrifice them like they do in all those other fucking. Why do people go to the old people for like inspiration? They were horrible people. They did the most horrible thing. You think we're bad now? Back in the day, it was hard, even more horrible. You think people were having courts? You think people got caught for crimes? Come on, man. It was even worse back then. Don't use those people as examples. They're bad examples. That's why it's very important we don't erase that. Lex Diamond, what up, G? Much love and respects. Lex, what's up, baby? Carl's boy, my man Carl. Big up to Carl, too, man, that motherfucker. Big up to you, dude. Got to start walking more, man. I saw you last week. You were looking too big for my bridges, man. I care about you, man. I care about you. Start walking a little more.
No, bro, but you're right. They really, you know, a lot of times these ancient historians are also storytellers, and they, you know, deduce ideas based on, you know, what they have. You know,
but I'm just saying, man. Well, what's that? My tenants definitely would have paid their rent in the 1200s. Exactly, right? Because if they didn't pay, they didn't stay. You either get out or we're going to kill you, motherfucker, and bury you in the back. And everyone's going to be like, oh, my God, your backyard, the grass grows so green. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just tired of all the time when they come with this shit and they go millions and billions of years ago and I'm supposed to believe you. And then people get mad that I don't. Gary, what do you mean you don't believe them? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't get mad at you that you believe them idiots. And I'm not even saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying there's another way to look at it and what makes your theory better than mine. I say that dude healed himself because he knew if he went back, he was going to get fucking destroyed. So he played it off, man. He grit his teeth and played it off. He went back there. And they're like, I don't think, dude, you sure you're all right? No, I'm fine. I'm fine, dude. Don't worry. I'm fine. But it's bleeding. No. It'll stop.
Dr. Feelgood.
It'll stop. I'm tired of all that shit. I believe what I believe. Let me believe it. I let you believe what you want to believe. And here's the difference. Because people will go, oh, you let people believe what you want to believe, but you're against that trans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Because you're pushing that.
We made it. 33 minutes.
You're pushing that. You know what I'm saying? You're pushing that on me. I'm not pushing my shit on you. I'm not pushing my shit on you. You know what I'm saying? King Handel says, Napoleon, history is a set of lies that people have agreed upon. I always say history goes to the winner. That's who history goes to, the winner. You know what I'm saying? Whoever overtook the other people, they're going to say that they were the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, just listen.
I mean, look at back in the day.
Look how we manipulate the truth on this show.
Well, but unknowingly. I don't purposely go out to manipulate the truth. In fact, I'm in search of the truth. I'm in search of truth because that's what I'm a believer in, truth. You know, I like ideas, but I'm a believer in truth, you know? And here's the thing. I mean, look at the old Westerns that I grew up on, how they made Indians look. You know what I'm saying? Making them look like savages and we were the good guys.
Dude,
we were the ones that weren't, you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. Listen, history has always been people conquering people. It's a sad thing, but that's called sin. And where there's man, there's sin. And that's not going to go away till, you know, to the second coming or till everybody, you know, or till the world explodes, if that's what you believe.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you believe, that the world's going to get destroyed, well, then, you know, there you go. But, you know, it's funny because I once said to one of my friends, they were like, oh, you got to make sure you wear your seatbelt. I said, I wear my seatbelt, but, you know, I don't stress it, man. God's my co-pilot. You know what I'm saying? And they said, oh, Gary. And I'm like, why is it that I'm an idiot because I say I trust in God. You trusted in Fauci. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you could put your trust in anything you want. Some people,
the ouchie.
Yeah, you trusted the Fauci ouchie. Okay, there's a bunch of people who put their trust in a lot of things. Some people put their trust in money, right? And that's fine. Put your trust in your money, but that can go at any moment. You know, you got a lot of people putting their trust in Bitcoin. Put your trust in the Bitcoin. I'm hoping the best for you. I do not wish any kind of down thing, but let's keep it real. You wake up one day and we can't even get online to get on our computers, and where's your money? Out there in La La Land. Good luck finding the address and going to pick it up, okay? Or finding a phone number to call. Good luck with that, right? So, you know, and some people put their trust in doctors. Some people put their trust in the government, right? All things that have been proven over and over to fail, that can come and go like this, right? I choose to put my trust in God. Someone that has proven to be on point. Not always there when I call, but always on time. You know what I'm saying? So what's wrong with that? I don't judge you for putting your trust in your money. I don't judge you for putting your trust in man. Basically, put your trust in man. I choose to put my trust in God. We could agree to disagree, you know. And I always want to make it clear to people, I'm not trying to convert nobody. You know what I'm saying? Do you, man? I'm not trying to convert nobody. But if you ask me, I'll tell you, you know. And I find it very funny, too, because people always wait for me because, you know, lately I've been getting kind of that spark. You know what I'm saying? And it's bound to happen when you're driving around for 9 hours listening to nothing but worship music.
Yep.
You know, but it's like people always wait for me to lose it or something, which is going to happen. Not always, but right now where I'm at, I already know it's going to happen. I lose it a lot, and they're always quick. They're always quick to be like, you know, you're the one that's always preaching about controlling yourself. You're the one that's always, and you're right. I do talk about having to control yourself because the only control we have in life is how we react to things. Other than that, there is no control. And you could talk about freedom, but in reality, you're always serving something. You're either serving yourself, you're serving evil, or you're serving God.
Have you ever heard of that?
Yourself, you're serving evil.
Have you ever heard of the economic principle called there's no such thing as a free lunch? It's basically meaning that, like, even if somebody, like, say I buy you lunch, right? The lunch is free for you, but I still had to pay for it. Exactly. And even if the restaurant comped me the food, they still had to buy it. And even if the farmer gave it to him for free, the farmer still had to put in the work to grow it. You know,
exactly.
And it's like goes on like that. And you're right, dude. Exactly. It really is. It's true.
You're always serving somebody.
I've been thinking about that a lot.
Not somebody, but something.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot, man. And I watched the Theo Vaughn podcast the other day.
Theo Vaughn's been getting a little dark lately, man. Like, he gets real serious. I think I love Theo. I love him, man.
Same, man. He is.
I think he's been through some shit.
He just got off of coke recently in the last year or so. He's doing like AA, he's doing like ayahuasca, he's doing like, you know, a bunch of different things.
Yeah, he did DMT. I watched that with what's his name? He was talking about doing DMT.
Yeah, check out the most recent episode he was on with Rogan. It was pretty good. But in the beginning, he was talking about he sleeps with earplugs in, right? And I don't really like that, but what he was saying in the morning, that he leaves them in for the first like hour or two of his day. So I was like, that's kind of an interesting thing to do, because you can like tune out everything. So I got some earplugs, bro. I did it this morning, and it was amazing what like like the ideas and stuff that I came up with this morning, just when I was in the first hour, you know, turned the phone off, didn't look. I just texted you. That was the only thing. Make sure G's were good. And then I just went about and like did my thing. But, you know, getting onto the part of always serving somebody, it's like, you know, I have to serve clients. I have to, you know, serve the video business I have. I have to, you know, put other stuff out. But it's like, what am I feeding myself in the interim?
I mean, and at the end of the day, dude, Solomon, the richest king of all, he said, it's all chasing the wind. Vanities of vanities. It's all chasing the wind. What does it all matter? You know, even those things, man. The conquered mourns, the conqueror is undone. But I'm saying, like, you know, it's all for naught, son. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you said I gotta serve customers, I gotta serve this and that and this and that. When you're lying there knowing full well that the next breath you take might be your last, you won't be thinking about those. You won't be thinking about, oh, I wish I could have served another customer. I wish I could have made. You won't be thinking about none of that.
Yeah, I wish I would have spent more time with my girl, really, and my dog, and, like, you know, the people I care about.
When everything, this world is designed to distract us from the absolute things that matter. You understand what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. We have to, you know, because of society, we have to, you know, contribute and be. It's our responsibility to be good members of society, man. You know, it's a responsibility that each of us have. And if everybody took that responsibility seriously, we'd have a much better world, because then you look at it individually. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's individually, and then individually, then as a community. You understand what I'm saying? But individually, you spread out to the people that are around you. They spread out to the people around them. It's the biggest pyramid scheme in the world, the pyramid scheme of love, right? And so now we do all these other things, and we're distracted all the time, and we're angry. We're angry about bills. We're angry about this. We're angry about that, man. But no one's really thinking about God. Nobody's really thinking about their existence and what we're really here to do. What are we put here to do? I would say love and be loved. That's why we're a species that needs each other. Even if you don't like people, you got to have at least one other friend. We're not meant to do it alone. You know what I'm saying? And that's a.
I think part of my calling is to do what we're doing here too, and I think there's more for both of us in this too. You know, I think there's a real there's a need for you know, truthful information and truthful, you know, thought. I mean, bro, I just, like, you know, with all this UFO stuff, you know, I've been, like, reading, like, all these, like, articles. Same thing with, like, the Jamie Foxx. You know, I was just doing, like, compare and contrasting, like, different articles, everybody reporting on the Jamie Foxx thing. And the thing that was the most interesting is they kept quoting a representative from his camp, right? And the quote was 2 words, and it was completely untrue. Start quote, end quote, completely untrue. And they never quoted a name, never said who it was, never said how the information got in. And they all just quoted this one obscure quote that it's just founded in nothing, dog.
And then once again, like, even that, like, you know, I don't look. I feel bad for Jamie Foxx and
yeah, I hope he's all right, dude.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. But at the end of the day, it's not going to affect me in any way, shape, or form, because I don't know the man. You know what I'm saying? And I got my own things to do. So once again, that's what I'm saying. You think if Jamie Foxx is actually really fucked up, you think he's thinking, I wish I could have finished that movie?
No, he's definitely not thinking that.
You know what I'm saying? What would be the price you would pay for one more day if you knew it? What would be the price you would pay to give a loved one more day to be with you? You know, would you give up everything?
Yeah, bro, 100%.
You know, it's pretty easy when faced with the truth of what really matters. You know, I prepare for tomorrow, but I have no faith in it. You know, I hope it comes, but, you know, who's going to be surprised if it doesn't? You know, I say that to say something else, but I forgot what I was saying. It's early, man. You know, I haven't slept much since fucking Friday, and I'm not going to sleep much this weekend either. What's today, Wednesday?
Yeah. Anyway,
I forgot where I was really going with everything. Just now, I was on to something, but I forgot what it was. But either way, man. Either way. That's what I was saying. So I find it funny how, like, when I mess up, people are very quick to say, you know, dude, you know, you're the one that's always preaching about, you know, keeping your cool, about controlling yourself. There's 2 things I find crazy about that. And people always say it to me. People love to see me fall short, especially if I've been trying to give them good advice. If I've been trying to give them good advice and they keep coming to me and I keep trying to give them good advice and then I fall short, they're always quick to point that out and they love it. There's a joy in it. I see it, you know. And it's funny how, and they'll always say preaching. And I found it funny because I said, how come is it when I give good advice, it's called preaching? But if I give you bad advice, it would just be called advice. You know what I'm saying? No one says I'm preaching if I give bad advice. But if I give good advice, then I'm preaching. And I always have to make it very clear that, believe it, no matter what the fuck I might sound like on this podcast or anything else, I am not a preacher, right? Like that shit I wrote, I am not a preacher, a teacher, or a wise man. I am just a man who has walked the road. That's all. I've just walked this road. I've seen some things. I've learned a couple of things. Other than that, I know nothing. So I am not a preacher. And yes, I'm giving you good advice. And here's the question. Just because which we should all learn to practice what we preach, right? But just because I might fall short of the advice that I just gave you, does that make the advice wrong? You understand what I'm saying? Or does that mean I fell short of my own advice? But does that mean it's not good advice? You know? And I could easily do what everybody else does. I could lower that bar so that it's something that's reachable to me and give you that advice on the level I'm at. But I'm not giving people advice on the level I'm at. I'm giving them the advice of what they should strive for. I don't want you to be like me because I'm fucked up. I want you to do better than me because I'm actually filled with love. I'm that dude that loves to see people shine. I'm not that dude who sees my friend doing good and I tell him to his face, oh, I'm proud of you. And then behind his back, I'm like, why is that motherfucker getting it? I put in work. I'm out there every day. How come he's the one getting it? You understand what I'm saying? I'm filled with nothing but love. I love to see people do good because you want to know one thing I've learned and one thing I do know for a fact, when people are doing good, they do good. You understand what I'm saying? If you got someone who constantly stresses you, you got an ex-wife who stresses you, an ex-man who stresses you, you got people that just bring stress to your life, you should wish them good. Because if they're doing good, guess what they're not going to do anymore? Stress you. They're not even going to think about you. You'll be out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do bless all my enemies. Because if they're blessed, they're not thinking about me. They're living their life doing good in their own little society and, spreading their love, which will spread to other people and other people and other people, even though I might not care for you. Because we don't have to like everybody. We have to respect everybody. And I don't mean respect as, respect as humans. Everybody deserves to have a life here. What the hell was that?
It's my stomach, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm hungry. Really? Yeah, I'm hungry, bro.
Really
that was
your
my stomach?
Yeah,
that's my stomach.
No fucking way, dude. When was the last time you ate? August? Yo, did y'all hear that shit? That motherfucker said. I said, what the fuck is that? That is, dude, you couldn't bring no crackers or something? You could want your little something. You should have bought a little sandwich on the show.
A little sandwich?
Yeah. I feel bad for you right now, dog.
Well, no, so this is my diet, right? So I wake up, I take a shower.
Until your stomach starts screaming. You only eat when your stomach tells you to?
Yes, I do. And you know why I'm so thin? It's because I only eat when I'm hungry, right? I don't force feed food down my throat like a goddamn pig.
Two things. One, there will be no G-bombs on this show.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
A gosh darn pig.
YouTube might allow that shit. Okay? YouTube might be all right with damning God. But on the Rated G show, we do not use the G word. All right? Where'd you go? Why'd you leave me? I think I offended him.
Sorry.
All right? King Handle says, damn, Brian's stomach just reminded me I need to warm these barbecue ribs up.
Yeah, it's growling, dude. It's growling.
Yo, that. Yo, shit.
He's still here. He's still going.
You don't even need to put the mic there, dog. That shit. Yo, that shit is funny, dude. Your stomach was making.
I said, you know what that is, dude? Dude, that's 4 shots of espresso. It's just dancing with stomach acid. That's what that is.
I don't know if you're hungry or if your stomach needs to just let something go. That sounds like one of those. It sounds like your stomach's holding something for you right until you get to the toilet, like right as you start to sit. Brah.
That's usually how it goes in the morning, dude. Once I down the first double, I get a bubble in the belly, if you will, and then I'm right there.
You paint the bowl. I paint the bowl.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit, man. I'm a very loud shitter. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible. I got a little ass and it makes so much noise. But yeah, when I pee, it always sounds like I'm fucking telling a secret. Not even a shh. Yeah, like it's trying to tell you a little fucking secret or something. You know, I remember when I had the catheter, when I had my kidney stones. I woke up, I had a fucking catheter. I was bugging out for 5 days. They pulled that shit out, right?
Oh.
And it's so fucked up because they literally just pull it out. And of course, they have like a hot fucking nurse pulling it out. My legs are in the stirrups, you know. It's a fucking horrible experience. He just yanks it out. But the first time I went to pee after that, I almost blew myself out of the fucking bathroom.
Was it just
that shit was like,
oh, there's some
crazy
force behind it. Really?
I was like, yes.
Huh.
It was the first time I ever felt like I took a manly pee. I was like, yes.
So what do you think? It was from kidney stones? That's what you had the issue?
No, that's just because, you know, the catheter made my pee hole huge, I guess. It took a while for it to shrink back to the regular size.
Got it.
I'm a little dude. I shouldn't have a pee hole that big.
Yeah.
It's hurting my kidney just talking about it right now. Just mentioning it. Now my kidney hurts. Fire hose style. Traveling runner know what time it is, yo. Nothing like good pressure. Hey, Gato Gordo, man, where you been? Mama, where you been?
Gato Gordo y Gato Flaco. Bienvenidos.
Baby. Look, she got her pants back on. My baby got her pants back on. Yo, Kev, what's up, baby? Gotta have Jimmy tell his catheter story.
Was it Gestapo? Jimmy Gestapo?
Yeah, we should bring Jimmy back on the show, man. You know, we should bring him back on the show. Oh, man. Yo, Kev, there was something I wanted to tell you, but I can't fucking remember. Todos los gatos. Mama's chilling. She's right here, too.
So I want to get into a couple things that I've seen in and around San Francisco the past couple days. I think I've sent some stuff to you. Let me just get my pictures together. And it's also going to tie into an Instagram reel that I saw recently that I also had sent to you.
Okay.
So
I'm excited. Is anybody else excited? I'm excited. Whenever Brian does work, I get excited. Let's see what he has to give us today.
Let's get this one. Okay, so here is the first picture. And you know, bro, sometimes I feel bad sending you this stuff sometimes because I know it probably upsets you a bit. So here is the first picture that I saw. This is Grace Cathedral. This was an Episcopalian church that was the center of, I believe, the Episcopalian faith in the U.S. This was their grand cathedral. So I saw this. Right. Okay. And then
it's not surprising you're in San Francisco.
Right. Yeah, of course.
And my look right now, people, is not look. I did design for 25 years, man. Anyone, you know, I have no beef with gay people, man. I have no beef with trans people. I have no beef with the people. I have a beef with the movement. You understand what I'm saying? Because the movement is anti-God, man. Yeah, you sent me this, man. The little and
they're kids' toys, bro. They're kids' toys.
Yeah.
They're Disney
Yeah.
kids' toys.
Yeah.
And listen, bro, I have, one of my closest cousins is gay. Zero issue with that, bro. Zero issue with any of it. For real, bro. But I'm with you with the movement. They're politicizing all this shit, and it's gross. It really is gross. And and honestly, if I was gay, I'd feel pissed that people are taking advantage of this shit. Same thing with like Black Lives Matter, bro. Like, don't use me as some pawn in your shit,
Yeah. Well, that's what it is, dude, and that's exactly what they're doing.
It's absolutely disgusting,
dude. I saw a church in Queens the other day, and they had on it the flag, right? They had the flag on it, and I found that crazy because they also had the gray on there and the brown, which is on the flag, which is for maps. So they had a flag on a church. I don't know the name of the church. It was in Queens in Forest Hills. And they had a flag on it. And they had on that flag the colors that represent the maps. Minor attracted person.
Oh, hold on. Is it
diddlers?
Hold on. The Progress Pride, because there's a couple of them. Because this is the one that I've actually seen too. You're talking about this one, right?
Yes. Flying outside.
Created
of a church. You know what I'm saying? Non-binary goes against God.
Well, this is what this says. With stripes of black and brown to represent marginalized LGBTIQ plus people of color, as well as the triad of blue, pink, and white from the trans flag. So it's diversity and race. That's what those mean.
Could you please Google what is the map's color on the flag, please? Stop fucking trying to fucking twist shit around. All right. Don't be like these fucking twats out there, dude. All right. Don't try to come at me with these things of, oh no, it's diversity and whatever. Diversity and inclusion. Yeah, they want to fucking include the diddlers. And yes, the diddlers are a diverse group of people. They're called criminals. You know what I'm saying? They're called criminals. It seems like we don't have those anymore. I'll tell you when we'll have criminals again, when I get fucking popped for something. Guaranteed I'll fucking have to pay for it. How hard could it be, man? They're slowing down his internet too over there.
Well, no, I mean, they're just not, they're not.
It's so odd because if we go back maybe 15 episodes when they first added the fucking color and we looked it up, it popped right up. Okay, it popped right the fuck. Man, I bet you I find it in 2 seconds. All right, here we go, people. The race is on. The race is on. Let's see. Oh, he found it. Did he find it?
No, yeah, everyone's saying that it's false, bro. That's what they're all saying is false now.
Oh man, I love that. Well, you know what? We have it. We can go back. I'm gonna go back on the things and find it, man. Let's see.
Yeah, everyone's saying that TikTok got it wrong.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
What's up, Solutionaries? Maj 2 right here. I'm out and about, getting some coffee, about to hit the gym and things like that. But I'm in a different part of town than I normally am. I'm in front of this chain corporate coffee shop. And this flag is what we see here. Now, obviously, everybody knows that this is the LGBT flag. But I want to showcase this to you guys. If you notice, you'll start to see this part of the flag adding more into the situation. Initially, the rainbow was God's promise. Now it means something else, right? But now it is more, you'll start to see more of these colors added. This is supposed to be for black people. This is supposed to be for brown people. These colors right here seem to be a little strange. And this goes into what's called the minor attracted person or youth attracted person pedophile flag. So I want to go over what these actual colors mean. Blue and light blue on this flag stands for
little boys and little girls.
Infant boys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's what this light blue is for. Okay. The pink stands for attraction to minor girls. That's what the pink is for. And then the white. The white stands for attraction to virgin children that are virgins that have never had any type of sex. So when you start to see these things, right?
All right, stop that for a second.
I can't watch
because
that.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is, dude, if you go back like 15, 16 episodes, when they first added those colors, we found it all over the place. We talked about it on the podcast, so it's documented. They can start trying to change things now, which is what they always do. You know what I'm saying? It's what they always do. They do it all the time. Remember global warming? Remember global warming? You want to know why it's no longer called global warming? Because they found out that the world was actually getting cooler. So then what they did was they turned it into climate change. Well, how can you argue climate change? You can't. Climate changes. It's been doing it all my life, at least 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? So climate changes. So that's what they did. They went from global warming, which can be proven to be fallible, to be proven wrong, and they turned it into climate change. How can you argue climate change? They would call me a climate change. What do they call them when you don't denier? They would call me a climate change denier. No, I'm very aware that the climate changes. What I'm saying is it's not going to destroy us. We're not destroying the planet. Get over yourself.
Well, okay. So first and foremost, pollution is a problem for the air that we breathe in.
Look,
and that's
I'm not saying that pollution. I'm not saying go out there.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not saying go out there, litter the fucking highways and make Indians cry. I'm saying that when they're selling us this thing about ice glaciers and the fucking heating of the sun, do you know that right now Bill Gates is working on this thing where he's spraying the air again with the fucking chemtrail shit to reflect the sun back.
I know, dog.
Well, what could go wrong with that? What could possibly go wrong with fucking with the way things have been working forever? What could go wrong? Come on, man.
Now, here's something that I want to bring up.
But here's the thing. You were going back to showing me those things, and I'm saying this is a church. This is a freaking church.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's a freaking church, dog. And they're like, oh, the church hates. No one's hated.
So
no one hates the person. No one. It's the act. Okay? And don't get me wrong, dude. I don't see one worse than the other. If I'm out there and I'm not married and I'm fucking, it's called fornication. It's a sin. Sorry. That's what it is. So I'm a sinner.
So this church is on the corner of my street, right? It's 3 blocks from here, right? So I'm on Instagram the other day, right?
Yeah.
Watching a conspiracy theory page that, I'll be honest, this dude's page is always a stretch. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the dude, makes very, very loose connections. He finds some trending shit, like whatever.
Like us.
But way
good.
His videos are good, but his theories he's stringing together are a little loose.
And he's not as charming as us. I'm sure he's not as charming as
us. And he also has like the fake voiceover, you know what I mean? So it's like you can tell it's not like a real voice, whatever. So I see this though, and I'm like, yo, that's the fucking church around the corner of my house, dog.
This church is hosting masses of.
You're gonna have a Beyonce mass?
What they said.
Hold on, stop that a second. Are you telling me that you're gonna have a Beyonce mass over there by you? Dude, if you are, you got to go.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You gotta go.
Dude, this has already happened, dog. This has happened, dog.
Holy shit, you have the Beyonce mask by you. That's awesome.
Beyonce. Survivor, I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor. Keep on surviving.
Yo, I'm out of breath because we sing Beyonce in church. Holy cow.
Tell me about the progressive nature of Grace Cathedral.
I think a lot of people who show up tonight are people of color, LGBT people on whom other people's narratives have been projected. And I mean, just to be honest.
Hold on a second. Stop that 1 second.
Lifting up those voices.
Just 1 second. We'll go through it. Don't go back. But he's saying other people's narratives. You're a priest, dog. What about God's narrative? What the fuck do we care about other people's narratives? What about God's narrative? What does God say about it? Because I don't care what I think. I love everybody. Do you, man. Go fuck a cow. I don't give a shit. But what is God's narrative? You're a fucking priest, you fucking twat. Go ahead.
It really began as us saying, how can we actually be the people of God that we hope to be in the world?
And Beyonce is the perfect passage to get that message out there.
Honestly, I think Beyonce is a better theologian than many of the pastors and priests in our church today. That is not an exaggeration.
Is he fucking kidding me? Is he fucking kidding me? I'm wondering how that church ends. Pay your tithes to the left, as they all leave and pay their tithes. Are you fucking kidding? How is Beyonce better than any theologians? Theologians. This motherfucker got me cursing like a madman right now. I got to get that Michael Knowles kind of piece about me. You ever watch Michael Knowles? People say the craziest shit to him, and he just goes, well, and he just, I start bugging out. I hear shit like that, and I start bugging out. I can't even control it. I'm like, is this dude for real? Is this dude, how is he a priest? He can't be a real priest. Go ahead. Let's finish watching this thing.
Oh, that was it. That was the end of the video.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, the full video, the full video is from Vice, and it was 5 years ago that original video was taken. So it's not current. But I don't know if they're still doing it.
That is amazing. He thinks Beyonce is a better deal. And he has, what's scary is he has a flock. He has people that are listening to him, man. Oh, woe unto that man right there. You know, woe unto, and listen, I got no hate for that man. You know what I'm saying? I have no hate for that man, but that man is completely twisted in his head. Completely twisted in his head. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I could give you my opinion. Go ahead. My opinion is go ahead. Do that. Enjoy yourself. Beyonce is so intelligent and so wise. Go seek her wisdom. Do that. You know, but, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still doing the Beyonce thing. I don't
Listen,
see it
people
on
who think I have a problem with what they do, they must think that I think I get judged by what they do. I don't. I say something because I care. You know, but believe me, I'm fully aware that people in the dark don't like too much light. I'm fully aware of that. So they did that right around the corner from your house.
This was 5 years ago is when.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
I just
dude.
picked the rim on my nose. Go fuck yourself. Whoever's going to make a comment about that.
It was not a pick.
It was the outside, motherfucker.
If a man doesn't itch, shall he not scratch? What else? What else, dude? What else has been going on? You sent me something about. Well, there's a couple things I want to get back to. I want to pull it all full circle, actually.
Wait, you said that you were going to go. Yeah, you know, are you done with sharing what you were going to share?
About that, yeah, because you know it was 5 years ago. I can't really find anything that's going on there now. I will stay in touch though and see if I can find what's going on out there. To be honest with you, bro, I'm scared to go into that church, dog. I don't want to go in there, dude. I don't want to go in there, dog.
Don't worry, it's not a real church.
I know. That's what bothers me, dog. That's what bothers me, dude. It's big, it's old. I don't know what the fuck is buried down in there underneath those tunnels, dude. Who's gonna try to get me to fucking? Are they gonna, you know, hypnotize me when I go in there, bro? Drinking some fucking baby blood?
Yeah, adrenochrome, dog. It's been a while since we bought up the adrenochrome. Now coming in 6-packs at the Vatican.
Okay, so I want to
straight to your house.
I want to bring in the UFOs, the Vatican, Tartaria, and the Bidens all into one cohesive unit, right?
Oh.
Okay, so here's the prediction, right? So the UFOs, right?
See, man, hold on a second. There's a lot of connections to make, and if you're going to do this next time, have a board behind you with a lot of red ropes so that you can start connecting shit for us so we can stay in touch, because I feel like I'm going to lose you, but I'm going to listen. All right, I'm going to listen. Let me hear what you got to say to me. Hold on, let me get ready. All right, because you threw Tartarians in there, man. So
okay, all right. So here's my total philosophy on the world. Our Earth was populated with humans that came from another planet, right?
So far, Mark is with you.
Yeah, we were populated from another planet. Right. And I think that
I think as you're hearing it in your own head and it's coming out of your mouth, you start to think a little different, aren't you?
All right. So this is what so there was mushrooms, right? That came in on the asteroid, and then all the monkeys decided to eat these magic mushrooms, right? And then these magic mushrooms made us a little bit smarter, right? And then as we got smarter, some alien beings came from the other. No, this is actually this is what I think happened.
Oh, actually, what you were saying just now sounded better than what you were starting with. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I don't know how we got on this planet. I don't know what started the universe. I do not think we are alone. However, what I do know is that I think there was evolution that happened on this planet. And I think that evolution could have completely happened with God being the creator, right? I think God can be our creator and evolution can be true at the same time. You know, I think evolution can be something that was created by God. The interesting thing that we talk about here, though, is why don't we ever see any, evolution taking place in front of us? Now, the real question about that is probably time scale, right? Because we're not around long enough to see the evolution. And if you actually look back, body records of humans, we've gotten taller, our feet have gotten bigger, we have been evolving and changing,
Yes, there's a thing to evolution as people evolve within themselves.
Yes, but not different species, right?
Species do not become different species. Prove me wrong.
Now, I can't, I absolutely can't, right? So if we look at stuff that maybe are similar to us, right? And the species that are most similar to us are apes and dolphins, right? Now, I would actually make the argument, and I'm more of a proponent, that we have evolved out of the water, not of the land. And that's originally where our species came up. It came up out of the water, right? That's my thought process. Because there's only two species on this earth that fornicate for pleasure: humans and dolphins. And there's also two that only fornicate face to face: humans,
I'm pretty sure,
and dolphins. No, every other animal in the animal kingdom does it doggy style. Besides people and dolphins
get it doggy style. I don't get that. You telling me monkeys don't go face to face every now and then?
Nah, dude.
I'm pretty sure there's a monkey who's done missionary. You're gonna tell me in the history of monkeys, and by the way, aren't they what we evolved from? You're gonna tell me?
No, I disagree with that. I think we came from dolphins.
The water. You think we came from dolphins? We should probably explain why they rape. You don't really see it. Well, people throw their shit too. It's tough to say. We carry some qualities of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're insane, but that's okay,
hold
man.
On,
you're allowed.
Hold on. Do you see this? What does this look like?
My dick.
No, what does that look like? What does that look like?
That looks like a foot, some sort of foot or hand.
A hand. Yeah, dude, that's what's underneath a dolphin's fucking fin. That's what's underneath. That's what's underneath the fin. A hand. Okay. A fucking hand.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's just run with that, right? So
is that a hand? Can they actually can they twist off a bottle cap?
Have you ever heard of a bottlenose dolphin? All right. So anyway, so now let's run with this, right? So we have the dolphins, right? And I think we were out here frolicking in the water for fucking millennia before we got onto land, right? At some point, we start to get onto land, right? And then we get hit with an asteroid that brings funguses from other worlds. Funguses.
Is funguses a word? Isn't it called fungi?
No, it's fungi. Yeah, it's fungi.
Oh, okay.
So those fungi come in, right?
That's a GED at work, people.
Those fungi come in, and then our ancient ancestors are eating these things, and they're getting fucking rocked. and their mind starts to change. The synapses start connecting and free thought starts to come in. And we have this, we start going nuts with the shit, right? We start going nuts with it. And all sorts of civilizations are taking off, dude. They're building the pyramids. They're doing all these sort of technological advancements, right? But then they start getting into some wiry, weird shit, right? That's going to destroy everything on this planet. And you know who steps in? None other than God himself from the skies. And he lets us know that what we're doing is not good. And he's sending his little alien messengers from other planets, people who know God closer with him, that have more direct relationship that we don't yet have, right? That we don't yet have because we're not spiritually awake to those things. And we're trying to blow each other up with these nuclear bombs. And then these aliens are coming. They're flying from all over the place, different dimensions, galaxies that you've never even seen before. And they're coming in and they're saying, hey, wait, this nuclear energy shit that you guys are doing, blowing each other up. You're not supposed to be doing that. And then they blocked it. And then they sent Hillary Clinton down here. And then she became friends with Jeffrey Epstein. And they decided to run this little island.
Okay.
I'm done. That was it.
Do you honestly believe that? You don't even know what you said.
I have no clue.
None whatsoever, dog. I was sitting here just wondering how long I was going to allow this ramble to go on. That's what I was sitting here wondering. I was like, when am I going to stop him from just rambling? Because I was kind of like, I was wondering how long you could keep going, in all honesty. I was trying to see if you could actually bring it to make some sort of sense. Yeah. Fail. Big fail. Yeah, I mean, listen, dog. Would
you like to bring some rationality into the equation? I noticed that the comment section is pretty fucking quiet right now.
Yeah, dude, you drove everybody away.
No, we have more viewers than we've had before.
We have our core listeners happening.
Yeah,
does everybody else think that Brian is just I guess to put it politely, a dick? Not just me. I'm not the only one that thinks that. Listen, what's crazy is you probably have some people that thought you were onto something just now. That's what's crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, if there are aliens, then they've been here. So what now? What now? Does that mean we're like about 15 years away from like people and aliens just walking around the street? They no longer have to hide themselves. So now we're like what was that show or that movie with the dude who looked like a lizard type dude and he was a cop? I forgot who was in that movie. Was it Will Smith? Was Will Smith in that movie? It was like a human person and his partner was a alien. Like those movies where you see aliens walking around the streets and shit and people walking around the streets with them. Is that where we are? Like 15 years, maybe 10, 15 years away from that? How long would it take? Like if it comes out, all right, they're aliens. How long will it take before they just start coming out of the
right? That was the end of the movie.
Yeah. How long would it take before they come out of the woodworks? You understand what I'm saying? They're all crossing the southern border. What's so funny is in New York, they were putting them into like luxury hotels, like across the street from the fucking park. From you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
luxury hotels. They had a bunch of them. I think like something like there was, I don't even know. It was like something like 20 of them or something like that. And this one, and they wanted to move them. They said, "Listen, you can't stay there no more. We're gonna have to move you guys into Brooklyn." They said, "If you move us to Brooklyn, it would take 45 minutes to get to work. We're not doing it." They are squatting now in the fucking thing saying that they refuse to travel 45 minutes to go to fucking work. They said, "Sorry, that would be too inconvenient." Now they're squatting in the fucking hotel. This was a couple of months ago. I just brought it up because I found it interesting that he talked about the alien. Made me think about how like these motherfuckers now are squatting. They're like, "Nah, we ain't leaving." Jeez. And I'm thinking to myself, it's so easy to get them out of there. It's called arrest them. They're already breaking the law. You don't even have to look for them. They told you we're not leaving here. They said we're not leaving here because it takes them too long to get to work if they go to Brooklyn. And they also
you're talking about the Roosevelt Hotel?
Is that what it is? That they can't get them out? Yeah, there you go. It's too far for work. Very inconvenient. I used to go to work, dog. I would have to walk 30 to 45 minutes to the train. Forget about the 45-minute train ride into the city. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't even belong here. They're illegally here. Illegally here.
Well,
go ahead. Stick up for them. Stick up for them. Go ahead.
Dude, I will always stick up for somebody coming to this country to seek political asylum. Hands down. That's
from Mexico?
From anywhere, dude. I don't care. I don't care where. No, I mean, like, wherever
they're coming, they're all seeking. But here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. That's not what they're all doing.
No, of course not. No, of course not. You can't say that that's what they're all doing, but you also can't say that, you know, I mean, you could say, what is it, 50%
so anyone,
of them?
anyone who comes over and says 80%? Political asylum, we got to accept them. We got to take them in.
That's not what I said.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that I support anybody who comes here seeking political asylum.
In what way? Will you let them move in? Will you let them move into your house?
No, absolutely not.
Would you let them set up tents on your block?
Absolutely not.
So in what way do you support them?
I support
in their ideology.
Yes.
What way? Oh, so in other words, you'll send them money. You'll send money to their
no,
to their GoFundMe.
No. What I would do though, is reallocate all the money that the government is pissing the fuck away on nonsense, and I would reallocate that to make it so there's an easier way for people to get citizenship into this country. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. You know what? Maybe what I would do, instead of setting up all these goddamn dumb mail-in ballots, all of this, how about you set up? How do you? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. How about we set up centers, areas where illegal immigrants can go and get documented paperwork. Maybe we have places they can get food. We have places where people can just live in these roach-infested areas of homeless encampments. We can set those up, but we can't set up something to give paperwork out to people, to do some background checks. Nothing.
Are you finished?
Oh, I am now. Obviously, I got the light.
So you wanna reallocate. Let's just go back, man. You're sitting there, you're babbling for so long. That's what they do. See, he's trying to play the liberal on this shit. All right. So you're sitting there saying to reallocate the money and give it to the illegal immigrants. Right? The word illegal, right? Illegal. No, that's what they are. You use them immigrants. I would have said aliens. But the illegal immigrants, illegal being in front of, because I'm all for immigrants. You understand what I'm saying? I'm all for immigrants.
Well,
but there has to be borders, and there are so many immigrants here that did it legally.
Well, that is true. That is true.
So fuck them.
But you're also talking about a different America that those people immigrated to.
Even till this day, dog, people are becoming fucking citizens. Come on, man.
Yes.
You're trying to say no one's becoming a citizen anymore?
Dude, but a lot of those people who are becoming citizens entered the country illegally and sought political asylum, and then it took them 10 years to get citizenship status.
Okay, well, that's what it took. That's what it fucking took. That's what it takes. Can you go to fucking Italy and become a citizen?
Absolutely not.
Can you go to fucking Iran? Can you go to fucking any of these other? Can you do that from here into those other? Why are we the only country that does it? We're also one of the only countries that if you're born here, you're automatically a citizen. Why?
It's the American way, dog. It was. Dude, it really was. That was
being illegal is the American way because it's illegal. And that's what I'm saying. It's illegal. Listen, yeah, I know I'm a criminal, but I keep it real. I'm ready to pay. If I get caught doing some shit, then I got to pay the consequence of doing that shit. If you get caught, you come in here illegally, you get caught, send them back to their motherfucking where they came from.
And that's what happened.
That's the way it's supposed to. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
that's why you got motherfuckers
all the
squatting,
time, dog.
You got motherfuckers squatting in a motherfucking 5-star hotel in New York.
But you have American citizens doing the same thing. It's not an immigration.
Wait a minute,
issue.
dude. You got American citizens doing the same thing,
squatting all over the place.
That's right. They're American fucking citizens.
Yeah, you should lock them up also.
Really?
For squatting? Yes,
for
dude.
Squatting?
Anybody who squats should get locked the fuck up.
Did I say lock them up? No, I said go get them and send them back to their country. Who's getting locked up? You're getting them, you're sending them back to their country. American citizens.
Got
they're not squatting. The government put them there. Yes. But now the government's telling them they got to move to Brooklyn, and they're saying that's inconvenient. We're not going. Now they're squatters. What was the second one he put up there? You're from New York City. You know plenty of illegal. I got love for my peoples. My sister is an Italian citizen now. Listen, I'm a Beaner. What's up? Yeah, what's up, dog? You're a Beaner. You know, you were born here, though.
No, dude. I mean, really, I'm
not talking about any illegal aliens I know. Just to make that clear, I'm not talking about any illegal aliens I know. I'm talking about all the other ones. And here's the thing: the illegal aliens that I do know, they're not fucking camping on the fucking front. They're not fucking, they holding it down, doing their thing. By the way. You know,
that's actually a huge misconception that people have with illegal immigrants is that they don't pay taxes. Most of the time, what they do is they buy somebody else's social security number. They get a on the books job and they pay into Social Security, they pay into Medicare, and they pay into all of it. And don't take
that up with facts. Back that up with facts. Now all of a sudden, you're fucking, you know what they do. Most of them do. What's the number? What's the percentage of the ones that actually do pay taxes?
Maybe let's say 100% of the guys that I worked with landscaping over the course of my career, every single one of them was illegal, and every single one of them had a Social Security number that was not attached to the name that they had. Hey, this is my boy Jesus, but his name is John Carlson on his fucking paycheck.
So you know 4, and you're batting 100.
4, dude. Talk about 40 at each goddamn golf course I worked.
So you know 40. Do you know how many are coming across the border every fucking day? Every fucking day. You know the MAGA, and you sound like think people from Puerto Rico are illegal too, right? TI and number. Excuse me, MAGA. Come on, Kev. Come on, man. The only way they won't get ratted out with being illegal is by paying
taxes, dog. That's what people don't understand.
I'm not even talking about that, man. You turned this into a tax issue, dog. I'm not trying to get them locked up like fucking what's that monster's name that they got him on tax evasion?
But the immigrants are so pivotal. Dude, if we stopped illegal immigration, you couldn't get a good slice of pizza anywhere.
I can't right now. I'm in fucking Jersey. So you're telling me there's no illegals in Jersey? I had to move into the only fucking spot with no illegals. I can't get good pizza. Get the fuck out of here, dog. And listen,
I'm not trying to say,
man, listen, I'm just saying, let's keep it real. When you got thousands and thousands and thousands coming over the fucking border every day unchecked, I'm sure there's a bunch of them that are criminals. I'm sure there's a bunch of them that aren't fucking a bunch. How about that for a percentage?
No. Let's bring it back to honestly how this whole problem started with America and is now becoming America's problem, which is something that is so classic, right? Like Afghanistan, when we gave them all these anti-aircraft missiles and guns, and then they shot us down. Basically, the same thing is happening with Central and South America, where we went in through coups to all these communist countries that were doing fucking fine without us. We overthrow their government and then fund and, maybe just say, hey, sure, why don't you bring all your cocaine, fentanyl, and heroin into our country? We'll just let you do it at the fucking border. And then they just have, I don't know, maybe a third of our fucking hemisphere is controlled by drug cartels, right? That all these people don't have anything to do because the goddamn Sinaloan cartel is running their entire fucking country. So the only way that they can, maybe raise their kid without seeing fucking someone get beheaded is to swim over the goddamn Rio Grande.
What world do you live in?
Dude, the one that we're both in, bro. We're both in, dude. Mexico is controlled by the cartel. 100%. Our biggest neighbor to the south is owned and operated by the cartel,
which has many Americans are grateful for that, man. Thank you for the fucking drugs. Thank you for the cocaine. You know, thank you for, you know, true. Just checking. Don't we have criminals here already? Even in our government, rapists, sexual takers, tax evaders, and bigots. That sounds like a lyric to a song. Wait till you can't find fun to leave. Yo, check it out. We do. We do have that. The same way we also have homeless. Right now, somewhere, I think it's in Harlem or somewhere, or the Bronx, there's a whole neighborhood that's like, yo, they got over, thank the CIA for the drugs. Exactly, man. Come on, listen. They got
shout out to you. I love crack.
But I'm just saying, dude.
Pew, pew,
Look,
pew, pew, pew.
You're right. We have criminals here. We also have homeless here. See, I'm one of those things that say clean your home before you go out telling other people how to clean their houses. So I don't agree with what you're saying. And I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but it's not relevant to the point.
No. It actually is relevant to exactly what you're saying, which is our government should clean their fucking house and take care of the problem that they created. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know how you take care of it? You kick out all the illegals.
Bro,
not all of them. You're not going to get all of them. You're not going to get all of them.
Dude, you send all of them back, they're going to come right the fuck back.
Not if you fucking put up a wall.
Gato, you're right, bro. He can't tell the difference between a Colombian, a Brazilian, whatever. He doesn't know.
I can't. So what? I've been listening to G for years. He's been listening to me before there was a podcast. Unfortunate for him. He's definitely a ride or die, sticking with my dumb ass. Look, I don't claim to have wisdom, people. In fact, quite the opposite. Okay. I'm very opinionated, and stupid people usually are. You know what I'm saying? G's wall going up in Mexico is paying for it.
See, my solution was this. I think we should have just annexed. Yeah. Listen, if we annex Mexico, we annex it, we make it part of the U.S., right? Then we only have that really small border at the south that we have to protect. It's a much smaller wall to build, thus being much cheaper for America. No?
Look, man, once again, the point I'm trying to make is simply that, you know, we have all that shit. We have all that shit. Yo, we have all that shit. We have our own problems. That's the point I'm trying to make. The government should just take over Mexico all the way down to Central America.
I've been saying that shit for years. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Just look at this. Just look at this from a geography standpoint. Right?
Oh my God,
look at this border, bro. This border is huge, dog. Look, if we annex Mexico, then the wall we have to build is just much smaller, dude. Look, we only have to protect this instead of this, dog. Like, are you serious? Come on.
Yeah, we should probably take over Mexico.
And look, dude, look how bad this is. All desert, dude. No one wants to be defending a wall like the desert, dude. We just defend it right here where it's tropical, bro. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful part of Mexico, dude.
I'm convinced, man. Brian T. Licata for president. You got my vote. You got my vote, dog. Brian T. Licata for president, man. I'll be your fucking vice president. Y'all are stoned and playing Risk.
But just think, dude. I mean, see, if we did this, you couldn't get busted for trafficking anymore, right?
True. And if you did this, the joke now is on all the illegal immigrants who came to America for a better life, and now it's all just Mexico. That's fucking great.
Oh man.
That is fucking great. Look, we do nothing but come up with solutions here. That's all we do. It takes us a while to come up with them, but I think we just came up with a good solution. You know? Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's citizens now, man. And now you're right. You just defend that little border right there, man. But listen, I still think it's all the U.S. to Canada. Well, we could keep the Canadians where they are, man.
We don't want them, bro.
Some of them are cool, man. The people, once again, the people. I talk about, well, yeah. I don't know.
They got that French influence, though, bro.
Yeah, and we've been groomed not to like the French.
Yeah, which,
like why don't you like the French personally?
Personally?
Yeah, like why don't you like the French?
Food sucks. They smell. French babes don't shave their pits.
Do you know that to be true?
No.
How many French people do you know that you could say they smell? I mean, not for nothing. I could think of a lot of. I won't start naming them, but we've all driven in cabs, in like gypsy cabs before. So I'm not, listen. There's a lot of nationalities that smell. They have a scent.
Which ones, Gary? You want to tell us which ones you think are the stinkiest?
What are you again? What are you again?
I'm an American. I'm a goddamn American.
Yo, you keep dropping. You lucky I can't strangle. You keep dropping that. I'm not to fucking press charges for hate crime.
I'm very sorry. My mistake.
I'm gonna teach you. Don't worry. See that? I correct him on using God's name in vain, and he goes black.
Well, I just I wanted to change the camera battery.
It's a timing thing, right?
Yeah, it's a timing thing. America.
And listen, man, I'm not a MAGA supporter. And I don't even know what that means. It's a made-up term that was given to us by liberals. MAGA supporters. What do you mean, Republican? And I'm not a Republican. It's not my fault that one side moved so far over that I no longer look like I'm in the middle. I'm a supporter of truth. And I don't think we get it from either side. But one of them's a little more on point. At least they can figure out, that men are men and women are women. Brian went black and came back. One of the few to do it. Again, make America great again. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. All them, and it's funny because that's all that the left has done is made me look like I'm a right, and also made me make arraignments great again, dude. Like listen, man, you got to start locking people up again.
Dude, I did want to bring up, did you see the article that came out with Senator Grassley, who says he has audio recordings of that Ukrainian oil company paying the Bidens $5 million a piece?
Yeah, it's been proven. $5 million each.
Joe and Hunter. Now,
Joe and Hunter. How much crack can you smoke for $5 million?
See, here's the thing, right? If you have $10 worth of crack or $100 worth of crack, it takes the same amount of time to smoke.
Really?
It does, dude.
I don't know. I think it's going to take you a little, unless you're throwing it all in one bowl. And even then, it would still take a little longer. I love the way that sounded. But you know me, I always got to break things down. Does it make sense? And it doesn't. No, I think if you have $5 million worth of crack, it's going to take you a little longer to smoke that.
This was something that me and you have been talking about. We've talked about this on the podcast in the beginning, dude. I have been saying this. He was on the board. Hunter Biden was on the board of this company, dude.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I'm not saying that. I think he blew it on drugs. Love how you say it's been proven on YouTube. Where are the tapes? Fantasy till we hear them.
We are part of the problem.
If it's on YouTube, it's got to be true. Because they take everything down that's not true. So if it's on there, then it's got to be true. Right? I don't know. Not this in YouTube, man. They're still letting me post stuff up there. But just remember when you stop seeing us on YouTube that we're also on Rockfin and we're also on fucking Rumble and we're also on Spotify. This way, because they're gonna take us down. Reminds me of that Chappelle Show skit when he won Fear Factor and used the money to buy a giant crack rock. But look, you could blow $5 million on crack, just not necessarily all on crack, because if you're smoking like, all right, you got $5 million, so you're smoking pretty much an endless supply of crack, right? There's going to be a lot of hookers involved. There's going to be also a lot of alcohol. There's also going to be some weed, so yeah, you could blow $5 million in a heartbeat.
What are you saying?
Over the course of your career, has your husband ever made a stock purchase or sale based on information you received from you?
No, absolutely not. Okay, thank you.
I saw that last night, bro. It's Pelosi getting asked.
How do they let those people just walk away? How do they let people say certain things and they just gloss over it? Okay. And you be sitting there like, did you just hear? Like, there's a thing on TikTok about that chick. I don't know who she is, some liberal chick. And she's like, we're moving forward with the agenda of removing your liberal rights or whatever it was, your fundamental rights. And then just kept talking. And everybody was like, did she just say that they're moving forward with the agenda to take away our civil liberties? Is that what she said? Mm-hmm. And then just kept talking in a news conference. And nobody said, whoa, hold on a second. Did you just say you're moving forward with the agenda? The other day, Biden came out and said he's definitely going to raise taxes. He was doing some speech and he came out and goes, we're definitely going to raise your taxes. And then just kept talking and everyone, okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, what? Bring that back for a second. With all the shit that's going on now. And Holt?
White.
Oh, and White. Blue-eyed surfer Jesus from Israel. They need to gather facts on her and make her pay. Who's her? Who we talking about?
She's talking about Pelosi.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Come on. Pelosi's a criminal, of course. All government officials who are corrupt, left or right, must be made an example of. Well, not even made an example of. They should be held accountable. That's it. I don't want people getting made examples of. I want them to be held accountable for the things they fucking did.
Here's the thing, though, dude. And this is the real
example.
Truth of it all. None of it is going to change without a revolution. And that is just the pure, cold, hard facts. And I'm afraid I just said that on the air.
I would like to make it clear that Rated G is not in any way supporting or telling people to start a revolution. We are not saying that. In no way is Rated G or any entity, including Brian T. Licata, no matter how much he might have sounded just now, no matter how much he might have sounded, that is not what he meant. And we are not calling for a revolution. That's just a little side by note right there. I don't think that's what you were saying.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I was saying. But I'm saying
someone might say that that's what you were saying. And I'm saying that's not what you were saying.
Right.
No matter even if that's what you were saying.
I'm saying, according to history, in order to make great changes to governments on a grand scale, in the past, there has been a source of internal strife and struggle, sometimes leading with bloodshed, usually with a small, tiny little group of people going up and fighting against the larger government organization or the military.
So there's going to be a next Che. Joe would have a different vision of
Brian, lots of bodies the first day he takes over. He's talking about Joe. This is this is Joseph Stalin.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to say nothing about that. I'm sure he'd be happy you're wearing his shirt. But I will say this: there's going to be a new Che. His name will probably be called something like Gay. I will say this: I do believe that one side is definitely pushing toward that. I think one side really wants that because they believe that they're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Because they have the federal government. So they believe they're going to win. You understand what I'm saying? Like right now, they just indicted Trump again. But this thing, although everybody sees it for what it is, right? They all see it as a political thing that you would see in third world countries. You know, Joe Biden is using, just like most people wearing Shea shirts would be the first he would kill. Exactly. The side with the guns is going to win. But they're banking on, well, that's the thing. They're banking on they have the military. What they're not realizing is not everybody in that military is going to be willing to fire on their people, no matter how much you think you brainwash them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to lose at least, I would say at least half. I'll say there's a bunch of people that will just do what they're told.
Well,
but
dude,
I believe there's a lot more than they think that are going to be like, nah, you're bugging. You understand what I'm saying?
And then in a lot of other countries, we've seen it happen where there'll be a military coup, and then factions within the military will break off and then fight each other. That happens a lot. There'll be a power vacuum and a power struggle for power.
Yeah. But one side wants that because they believe they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're wrong. But yeah, one side's definitely pushing for that. You know, it's kind of scary, but it's not. You know, part of it, I kind of feel like part of it would be like, you know, whatever.
Part of it would be like, whatever, dude. I don't want to be anywhere remotely close to any sort of civil war, dog. I don't even like I was scared to mention it, bro. But it's just, it really is the truth, dog. And that's the thing that I don't know if it bothers. I guess it does bother me because sometimes it feels like all the talk is just wasted breath. You know what I mean? Because without real, honestly, real violence, it's stuff doesn't change. And got those right, bro. Look at Colombia. Colombia, it's nuts down there. Venezuela is the same, bro. It's crazy. You know what's going on down there. And you know, we've had it happen here before. It's been a while, but it happened in the 1860s.
We're due.
It's and you know, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, right?
Yeah, we're due. We're due.
We're due.
We're due, man. It's gonna lick off, man. You know, and there's gonna be aliens there too. So it's gonna be even crazier than you think, man. There's gonna be aliens involved too, man. Oof. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what, right? We'll see what happens.
Take me to your leader.
The first words ever uttered between aliens and human beings. I'm starting to believe that now. That those were the absolute first words. Take me to your leader.
I also think that picture from Men in Black when he's holding the flowers, I think that's a real photo.
Okay. All right. Well, it's been real. Mm-hmm. What's your plans for the rest of well, we're gonna link up this weekend, right?
Yeah.
At some point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Sunday, I'm thinking. The only reason we are in trouble is because these rich white government fucks can't compromise. They always need to win and crush other Americans because it's not about compromise. It's about victory.
Winning. Yeah, it's about winning. Yeah.
It's about victory, man.
Yep.
You know, nobody wants to compromise. And that's the reason why we have wars.
Mm-hmm.
That and women. Yo, people have gone to war over women.
Yep.
Money and women. Two things people go to war and kill for.
What do I have going on? Oh, this Saturday night, 7:00, Tim Dillon at the Masonic. I'm gonna go see him. Excited for that.
Okay. Very cool. This Friday and Saturday, I'll be at the Comedy Cove.
Ooh.
I'll be at Scotty's Comedy Cove with my brother Buddha, the comedian, man. And I'll tell you this, man, when me and Buddha roll together, it's always a good show, man. So yeah, man, if you're in Springfield or in New York and you feel like taking a little drive out to Springfield, check me out at Scotty's Comedy Cove, you know, and big up to Jojo and Scotty, man, at 100.7 WZXL morning show. Catch me on that every Monday for Conspiracy Corner Mondays. Yeah, let's go back to that. What you just showed, man. Yeah, there you go. That's where I'm going to be over at the Comedy Cove, ScottySteakhouse.com for your tickets. And Check us out over there. And yeah, I was saying catch me every Monday. But Scotty and JoJo, if you got Facebook, they also got a Facebook page now where you can catch every episode of their stuff now too. And you could always go to the Monday ones and check out my stuff. You know, I do a 15 minutes on that. So big up to JoJo and Scotty. And if you want to catch me, I'm in Atlantic City pretty much all the time, except for Mondays, where I'm in Manhattan doing the Not Quite Tuesday midnight show at the Grizzly Pear. If you're in New York, come check us out. It's popping. Big up to Adam Gable, who I run the show with. And you can check me out at acjokes.com. All right. And in case you're wondering, this episode was brought to you by Triple X Playground, the best adult board game ever created. 2 to 6 players, roll the dice and get fist deep into someone you love and blame it on the game. You know, and if you want to support us, once again, go cop a Rated G mug over at anditwasgood.net with our quote on the back. It's my ignorance that makes me adorable. And go cop a mug. Keeps the cold drinks cold and the hot drinks hot and makes everything just taste better. You know, and if you want to follow Brian at Brian T. Licard on Instagram. Follow me at Gary G. Garcia on anything. That's the way you find me. Thanks for listening. Big up to all of you guys for always coming back and making this worthwhile, man. I really do mean that from the bottom of my heart, man. Until Sunday. We'll be back Sunday. Peace.
Viva la revolución!